Okay, well, oops, put the mic in front of my mouth. Well, currently waiting on Nathan to get back so we can do a grocery run. So, in the meantime, gonna play, one or two games depending on how fast they go of our traditional Eldraine draft with our really awesome, our really awesome Gruul aggro deck. So we are 2-1. We did lose that game against the obscene mono green food deck, but my hope is in the X1 bracket, where decks aren't guaranteed to be perfect, our deck will probably do pretty well. I mean, I'd be really put off if we played against a deck equivalent in power and synergy to that mono green food deck, the X1 bracket, especially at 2-1, which isn't particularly competitive yet. You're kind of an average deck at that point, but we'll see how it goes. We also had the worst land issues in that game, but I guess it's good to, if we're going to have one game where we have horrific lands, it's good to have it in the game we were probably going to lose anyway against the mono green food deck. This isn't ideal, of course, because we have 2 forests and then we have 3 red cards, but we have a Gingerbrute, which is colorless, and then Rosethorn Halberd. So I'm going to keep this because we have a strong turn 1 and turn 2 play, and then hopefully pretty soon we'll pick up some red mana so that we can get the rest of this deck going, but this seems good enough to keep. Again, like I said, Gingerbrute and Rosethorn Halberd can really carry a game by itself sometimes, so let's see what the opponent's up to. Alright, so we got white. Oh, Frosty the Wilds. Boy, really hoping I can get a red mana. If I get locked out of red mana, I'm going to feel pretty upset. We have 8. We have 8 sources of red mana. We have 32 cards left. So what is that? Is that exactly one? It's exactly 1/4. 8, 16, 24, 32. Yeah. So we got a 25% chance to draw a mountain. And in the meantime, this is not a bad way. Oh boy. We will go ahead, make you unblockable. This is probably fine now, but we cannot go without drawing a mountain. So we need to draw a mountain pretty soon, or we're in real danger of just this white deck managing to, actually play its own cards where we're sitting here doing nothing and, getting run over. Pretty good still. The Gingerbrute can swing past both of those creatures, and they're doing 4 damage a turn, sure, but we're already so far ahead that we're still winning the race. All right, come on. Oh no, no, no. Ooh, boy. Well, let's just stay positive. We're still doing fine. We're still kind of set up to do pretty well right now. These are good cards, but they're not cards that win them the race. But we really need to be able to cast the rest of our cards pretty soon, or we're going to be in a real bad way. Because our opponent is probably going to continue playing cards. And we aren't going to continue to be favored to win the race forever. Yep. Why didn't they do that first? I guess. Okay. Sure thing. Oh no. Are we really going to lose this game? That's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. I got a little deck tracker here. Yeah, there's a 28% chance to draw a mountain, so we've kind of missed on a few 1 in 4s. So that heals. We can't block that creature. 4, 6, 7. Oh, man. And they're going to heal 1? We'll go ahead and swing through. Next turn, if we need to keep it back to block and eat. Oh, man. Well, we can bring in Fell the Pheasants. Seems like it'll do pretty well against, white decks in general. Oh, God. Yeah, we're just going to lose this game because we couldn't draw a mountain. Well, that doesn't do anything. Because we have to sack. We gotta sack the Ginger Brute. So sad. The amount of salt that I will excrete if we lose this round after that will be just innumerable. So, Weaselback Redcap doesn't pair super well against their deck, but we also don't want to cut too many early drops because we're still trying to be very aggressive. We're just cutting cards to put in, like, removal. I might take out the Garamrid Carver, probably. The combat trick is probably just not as good as a... I don't know if we want the third one that badly. The 3 feels gratuitous because it's not like this hits every creature in their deck, but it's just highly likely, based on that last game, that they have a number of decent flying creatures. 3 is probably a bit much, and there's not really a cut that I'm excited to make. Maybe the Embers Shieldbreaker, but it's a creature, and I don't want to get too creature light here. We're looking at 14 creatures at this point. Might take out the Embers Shieldbreaker for the Bloodhaze Wolverine. Or the Weaselback Redcap, or the Garamrid Carver. I might take the Embers Shieldbreaker out for the Weaselback Redcap, put it back in the deck. Man, that was really sad. Well, a little bit more defensive, as in we have 2 cards that both kill flying creatures and then make us food to eat. But really, we just need our deck to actually function. There's still hope. We can definitely turn this around. Like, hopefully we're mathematically favored to not have that bad a draw again. Okay. Okay. Well, obviously this is a mulligan. Literally, let's not mess around. What am I supposed to do with this? I can't play any more early cards. Rosethorn Halberd isn't good. We're gonna go 2-1 with this absolute bonkers deck. I can believe it though, because this is my life, but I can't believe it. I like to think I'm a man of science. I like to believe that there isn't someone out to get me, but man, I tell you. I just don't think I can keep it. I think I need to mulligan one more time. Holy shit. That's fine, I guess. At least we have 2 mountains we can put on the bottom, and then we have a card we can play on turn 1. This is about as bad as it could be, but probably still somehow better than the last one we had. Redcap Melee, a lot less powerful right now because, sacking a land means a lot after you had to go down 2 cards from the jump. Probably no attacks from the Weaselback Red Cap. Hey, at least we got this going. No attacks. We're probably going to have to kind of play to our more defensive outs, because obviously cutting that many cards means that we've had a very slow start and our opponent is already ahead on us, and we can't really make a, this aggressive strategy just isn't working. This seems like a trick. What is it? What could it be? Outflank. Outflank does kill our Raging Red Cap. It could be the Squire, though we didn't see the Squire. I'll risk the Bloodhaze Wolverine on the Flutterfox, but I won't risk the Raging Red Cap on the Beloved Princess. That seems, obviously that attack seems really weird, and they have enough mana to use the Squire. Yep. That's fine. Okay. Get these lands in play. Sure. Trade my 1/1 for your 2/2. Well, that's really... I really don't like Idyllic Grange, but of course, this would be a situation where the Idyllic Grange really mattered a lot. Great, that's fine. This card pairs super well against everything that they're doing. Totally happy to get a Fierce Witchstalker there. Feeling like not all hope is lost. This is kind of cute. This is kind of a cute little combo, because this can't be blocked by creatures that, are actually strong enough to block it now. So we will not block it with the Raging Red Cap. We'll go down to 15, they'll go up to 26, 25 rather. It's not the end of the world, of course, because we can Red Cap melee to kill that 4/4, and we can just keep the Fierce Witchstalker back on blocks. This is, ironically, well, not ironically, that's a bad word. This is a really bad card, and you probably shouldn't be putting it in your deck. But with our current sort of dire situation, they literally could win this game by just like doing this like for 20 turns in a row. Yeah, sure thing. No blocks, but before we go to damage, now I'm going to do something that might seem a bit odd considering we have more forests, but I am going to sack the mountain to Red Cap melee, and the reason for that is we're never going to be like trying to double spell 2 red spells at this point, but we are going to try to, actually, should have blocked just in case something went sideways and I needed the extra damage. Whoops, misplay. Hopefully they don't have a pump spell, thank God. And the reason that we're going to keep the forests is because we have, one card in the deck that really cares about that. If we get, a Garenbrig Paladin in the next couple turns, and also a 5th land. Whereas we're going to just play pretty much every spell that we get our hands on, right? So we don't really need more mountains, because we're not trying to double spell at present. The Rampart Smasher is pretty good, because, the Youthful Knight can't block it. This doesn't block it favorably, and makes them decide if they want to attack with that or not. So we'll keep this back still. Definitely want to kind of hold out. Well, this is going better than I thought it would, considering we had some mulligan to 5. Sure, it's a lot of damage coming our way, but thankfully we have food, so next turn we can kind of pad our life a little bit, but we are going to take it just an ungodly amount of damage right now. Uh, Just think we need to keep this back on blocks, because I don't want to just chump with the red cap. We still are probably going to lose this game, because, you know, we would have to get something that lets us kill these flyers to kind of be able to survive. Because we can go up to 7, sure, but, like, we're going to take 4 that we can't deal with. Okay, is that enough to just kill me now? Next turn it is. I do die next turn. There's nothing I can do about it. I would need to get a one of my hate spells. That's game, right? Because they make that fly. So that does 4, that does 2. I'm not gonna lie, that makes me really mad. I am really upset right now. Oh, it's just so sad. This deck is far better than 2-2, and like my deck beats their deck in any sort of normal universe, like every time. Like this should have been a 2-1 in my favor, but both games we got completely fucked. That sucks. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's terrible. That is terrible. But to be fair and balanced, it isn't technically Eldraine's fault that my land situation was bad, but I mean, man, the fucking the bad luck with this set, it just never ends. I have brief moments of excellence and then 5 drafts that are just train wrecks. Absolutely heartbreaking. Oh well, at least it's documented, so. When someone mysterious sets fire to the Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering wings. At least I'll be able to show this in a court of law, and probably the jury will side with me. We do have 8 packs, so from the season end, and then also from those 3 that I won. Let's just crack these all right now and see if we get anything that can lift my spirits. Mythic Wildcard, always nice for the next set. Sorcerer's Spyglass, not cool. Blacklands Paragon. The Knight combo deck isn't very good anymore, so that's dead. Raisin Borrower, neat. Maybe I could do like a control deck with that or something. Witchclaw Talisman. Stolen by the Fae. Embercleave, nice. Like to see an Embercleave. Feasting Troll King, excellent for my Henge decks. It did not make me feel better. Kind of curious how many, what I have left to collect in the rare and mythic slot for Got a fair amount of mythics. I mean, okay, these don't really count. I don't think there's any that I don't have a single copy of yet. Looking through. Doesn't look like it. Looks like I have at least one copy of everything that's from the set now. Yeah, it seems that way. So if I'm just going to look at the collected on fill, so oh, not bad. We've done pretty well for ourselves. Haven't 4x'd everything by a long shot, but we got a lot of. We filled out the collection quite a bit. A lot of potential for some gem drafts, or for some gem accrual from some of these first pickable cards. Well, I'm just gonna upload this video now so that you can share in my pain. But damn, I'm gonna need to hold off for a few days before I come back to fire off another one of these suckers, cause man, that's just so sad. Oh well. All right. Oh, sorry. I'm just not stopping the recording. But yeah. Anyways, I'll be back with we will still do traditional Eldraine drafts, just because there's nothing else I could do instead. And I want to do the gems, and I want to give it a fair shake after the bots have been updated and stuff. I mean, like the deck that we drafted was awesome, and I loved that. Like that was nice. I don't know how much of that was actually the bots or just like good luck. This time we actually found the lane and it paid us off, right? Like no issue. I had no qualms about the actual format Throne of Eldraine, that draft. I just have bad memories associated with it. But probably come back in a few days once it'll take me a couple days of probably intensive counseling to kind of come to terms with what just happened. But after that, I'll be I'll be raring to go, and hopefully we can draft just as good a deck. And this time, the concept of math itself won't unravel before us. So, see ya.